Hello, good people. This is Sthera Soul. Welcome to LM Thetha, where I'll be taking you through my musical journey.
This is Thetha by Laminin Media. It's time to connect. The show goes on.
My name is Sithembiso's sister from PE originally, and my musical journey began when I was 2, but I don't really remember that until I was 5-ish, where every Sunday after church, I would just get home and sing everything they did at church. My background into music began when I was in standard 4. I remember I started writing songs, I participated, I performed in all the school shows. All the other kids were around me, they loved it, they sang with me until it got the attention of the music teacher and the choir director, Mr. Mazomba. And then things changed. He would ask for me. Whenever he came into class, I would just sneak out, just run away and try to hide. And then I did that until he got a hold of me. And then he told me that, you know what, boy, you've got something great, you've got something special. And I think you should come to my choir. Okay, I gave it a go. I went to the choir, and as time went on, I started liking this choir thing. I thought myself, why don't I teach myself to read and write music? And then I did that through tonic solfa, and that was great. It was instrumental as well, because at church we use the same format. And then after that, I thought, why don't I write music for church? And then I did that, and it has been going very, very, very well ever since, because I've grown in it. Now I've got people that are requesting me to write music for their church choirs. So it's been great. And then after that, I joined competitions, school choir competitions, community choirs, started a hip hop crew. I wrote songs for them. And then in 2001, there was this Skatamia group that I always followed. It was a group of older guys, but I loved it because they were the guys that were doing it around the society, around the neighborhood. They were the guys we always followed them, we always loved them. So I told them, you know what, guys, I love your music and I would love to be a part of your group. But their response was just my voice was too mellow. It wouldn't fit with their style of singing, but they like my songs. So they told me, why don't I write songs for them? So I did that. I wrote four songs for them. And then they went and performed the songs at an event, I believe it was a beauty pageant. They went and performed the songs there. But then something happened. I believe one guy of the group joined another gospel group. So that was the end of their group. But in 2004, I remember correctly, I was at church at NU8 in Motherwell. There was a cypher outside. So I went to have a look. When I got there, there was this guy, this hip hop artist called Dangaje. This guy was so great. This guy was amazing. And the most amazing thing about him is that he was doing it with a live band. And so I sat there until they finished. I sat there. I even forgot about church. I just sat there, waited for them to finish because I wanted to talk to the band members so bad. And so we did talk. I told them about myself. I told them that I'm a songwriter. I told them that I'm a vocalist. I told them that I could rap too, sing what Dangaje has done. They were very kind. I remember they invited me to their band practice, and little did I know is that they were working on their album. I think it was a debut. They were working on their debut album, and so they wanted to try me out. They gave me that mic. I was crazy. The one thing I remember is me picking up the mic and then giving away the mic. What I did, I don't remember. I was in my own planet. I was in my own world. I just did my thing and they were so amazed. And then immediately there, they told me, no, you're one of us. And then I was one of them. I was the third vocalist for the group. I was one of them. I played with them whenever they needed me. I performed with them whenever they needed me, but I never got to record with them. So I left that group, and then many years later, I came to Cape Town on an invitation as a church choir master in Nyanga. I went there. The first time I came there, I met these two boys. One was a tenor and the other one was a baritone, Tapelo and Goodman. And we just clicked. And then we created a group called Abahlobo Good Music. It was an a cappella group, sometimes performing with a band. And the group did very, very well. I remember we got gigs in Cape Town, here in Cape Town. We got gigs in Stellenbosch, Franschhoek, Wine Estates. We even got gigs in other provinces around the country. The group did very well. I remember also we did a cover track for Lilela Isizwe documentary. It was something against gender-based violence. We did that with Kelly Boosby from New York. We did that. It was crazy. It was great. And then we decided, let us go to Joburg, man. Let us go and just look for greener pastures. So we went to Joburg, started hustling, started doing backup vocalists. We became backup vocalists when we were in Joburg. And we hustled, man, but things got sour. You know how it is in Joburg. And especially when you are an up-and-coming artist, things are a little bit difficult. So we decided, you know what, let's go back to Cape Town. But then even between us now, things were no longer the same, and so we parted ways. We felt like giving up. We were so beaten. We felt so beaten. So we decided, let us just end it with music. And I was one of those people. I was at my lowest. The self-esteem was gone. Until in 2014, a friend of mine told me that he wanted me to write a song for him for a national competition. And so I did that. And then my colleague, Sia Greyman, told me that he had a beat and he didn't know what to do with it. And so we listened to the beat. I loved it. And thanks to him, he brought me back. I was back. That was the rebirth of Sthera Soul. The reason I'm practicing this art form is I believe that, first of all, art chose me. It is my gift. And throughout all those years, all the different genres, all the types of music that I was writing, participating in, you know, all the hip-hop, all the a cappella, the atamia, choral, afro-pop, I believe that happened so that today I would be here. Today I believe that my music will make the world a better place. You know, I grew up listening to my father's playlist, you know, those Motown groups, Your Four Tops, Temptations, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Supremes. And I remember I would watch him whenever the music was playing. I remember I would watch him and how he would be. And I believe that there was something great in the music for him to think that he was one of them. And in those moments, I knew that his heart was in the right place. So combining that, and which I learned through my journey, I know that today, my music, I like my music to heal people. I would like my music to give people hope, and may they have fun. Art in general completes me. Whenever I'm in trouble, I would just take a pen and paper. I'd like to call that my therapy. That is where I go. That is my space. That's what art does to me. Ndivele nje ndithathe usiba, ndithathe incwadi, ndidibanise, and then uphelele umuntu. Yiyo indlela esiyo leyo. Yiyo indlela endiyiyo mna nanjengomuntu othanda ingoma. Lubizo lami. Wow, that's a great one. Well, my biggest influences, apart from my father's collection and the people that support Sthera Soul, thank you very much, it is Upudringo. Isizathu ke bhuti is that singorhade besonke. Isizathu sokuqala. I'm just joking, man. He's great. Upudringo is great. He's a poet, and I believe that his music came from the heart. So he's not far from Sthera Soul. That is what Sthera Soul is about. That is what Sthera Soul is. When you interact with Sthera Soul on stage, you must be there. You must be where Sthera Soul is taking you musically. And then there's Java. A lot of my friends don't believe this, but the truth is, Java is a great songwriter. Yapala la chap. That guy, whenever I listen to his music, he inspires me so much that I relate, number one, and then number two, I find strength and courage, and I love how he tells the story. He's a storyteller. I love that about him. I am married to a beautiful, intelligent woman. We are blessed with 2 boys. One is 7 and the other one is 15. She's the pillar of my strength. She's the lady that prays for me. She's the lady that's got my back. She's been supporting me. She has been supportive through my journey. She has given me a lot of hope, man. She has given me a lot of love, and that's the reason that I wrote a song about her. It's called Ndandi Heli. It's just a dedication. I acknowledge whatever she's done for me. I appreciate her in my life. I appreciate being the man that I am because I know that she plays a big role. I've got a few projects that I've done. I've done a song, wrote a song. Actually, I was in the production. The song is called Yina Mvula. It's about this COVID-19 pandemic. It's a song that gives hope. It's a prayer song. We're asking God to send rain so that it will cleanse our country and the world of this virus. Xa sikhumbula ngexesha lakudala nanjengabantu abamnyama kwakuthi xa kukhimbalela abantu abadala badibane and then they would go somewhere to a mountain to the river babesiya kwezo ndawo because babekholela into yobana xa begqiba othetha noqamatha and then uqamatha uzawunethisa imvula lo mvula leyo izawuhamba lo mbalela kuzawutsho kuvunwe. That's what the song is about. We believed and we still believe that through that song we'll give people hope. We'll give people some sort of izabanika ithemba abantu so that banganikezeli. We understand that there are people aba affected and infected by this virus. Abanye abantu baluze loved ones zabo, baluze siblings zabo through the virus. So we believe ngale ngoma abantu izabanika ithemba and understand that ubomi buyaqhubeka. And there's an EP coming, Sthera Soul EP, beginning of September. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. And zonke manezinye need details I'll only disclose after a lockdown. My future plans for Sthera Soul is more collaborations, more performances. Last year I performed at the Impilo Jazz Experience. That was great. It's an event that happens twice a year, at the beginning and at the end. It's basically an event where artists, DJs, and people come together and have fun and share, having fun, elokshini, that gives them the sort of ownership. They know that they are in their background. They know that they are where they are. That is where they belong. So that's what Impilo Jazz Experience is about. There's also a kids area. Artists are performing. There's live bands. DJs are doing their thing. Even is dandy. Small businesses, they come. Bathengise kumnandi. And then I performed at Laguna Jams. That was great. Laguna Jams happened on Sundays. It's an event that is done by Laminin Media. It's a Laminin Media initiative. It promotes local artists as well. It's where artists come together. It's where bands come together. It's where also DJs, there are rappers as well. Those people, they come together and share in the beauty of music. Because I believe that, as artists, we don't really get to interact. We don't really get to be together most of the time. Everyone is doing their own thing. So when you get such initiatives, you really, really, really appreciate that. So thanks to Laminin Media for such. And after lockdown, hopefully it's gonna continue.
The show goes on.